If you got into a farm truck in rural Canada anytime after the 1990s, it's likely that the only music that was there was an Ian Tyson tape. I know because I worked for a guy one time whose truck had an Ian Tyson tape jammed into the cassette deck and the radio didn't work, and the whole time that we were hauling bales, I listened to the first side of Cowboyography probably 100 times. Born September 25th, 1933 in Victoria, British Columbia, Ian Tyson grew up in Duncan, BC, and he learned how to ride horses on his father's farm. He began riding broncs as a teen and into his early 20s before he sustained an accident where he shattered his ankle. As he was recovering in the hospital, he started to learn how to play the guitar, and he said this experience gave him a newfound solace. From there, he enrolled in the Vancouver School of the Arts, and he graduated in 1958. His time there allowed him to discover a deeper appreciation for the arts, and it also shaped his own creative process. Shortly after graduation, he moved to the Big Smoke, the old T-Dot, or as Drake would say, his heartfelt performances resonated with the audiences in the Toronto clubs that he was playing, and it also resonated with fellow musician and his future wife, Sylvia Fricker. Their musical partnership of Ian and Sylvia was captivating audiences with their soulful melodies and their enchanting stage presence. My wife and I make fart jokes together. They married in 1964 and they had their son Clay in 1966. In 1969, he formed and fronted the band Great Speckled Bird. Not only did it deepen his artistic ability, it also opened up the door so that he could tour around the world. Great Speckled Bird was more of a southern rocky sound than it was folk or country. I would recommend that you check out their track Long Long Time to Get Old.
Remember this, children, if the good Lord's will, and live a long, long time to get old.
By the way, do you know and love Gordon Lightfoot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Well, Ian Tyson gave Gordon Lightfoot his first big break when he introduced him to his and Sylvia's manager, Albert Grossman. Albert Grossman also managed Bob Dylan, and Bob Dylan and the band recorded one of Ian's songs back in 1967. Well, technically it was a poem that they recorded into a song, but you can listen to One Single River on the Genuine Basement Tapes, which is an unreleased compilation. From 1970 until 1975, he hosted the Ian Tyson Show, or Nashville North. I couldn't actually find which came first, which title came first, and which was the title that they ended the show with, which aired on CTV in Canada, and at the time, Canada only had 2 TV channels, so that made him a household name across the country. In 1975, he and Sylvia filed for divorce. Around this time, Ian started focusing his energy into training and competing with cutting horses. And after getting fed up with the music business and Ontario in general, he just up and moved to Alberta in 1978, which is why I think that he's a real Albertan through and through, because that's the most Berta that I've ever heard. In